Russia's crisis. Vladimir Putin threatened to respond after a Russian mercenary leader claimed to be in charge of a military headquarters in southern Russia. The Russian military and Yevgeny Prigozhin, the leader of Russia's private Wagner military company, have been engaged in a protracted dispute over the invasion of Ukraine that recently turned physica, in an apparent challenge to one of President Vladimir Putin's primary grounds for the conflict. Prigozhin accused Russia of targeting his forces. Russian generals responded by accusing him of attempting to overthrow Putin. In the city of Rostov-on-Don, close to the front lines of the conflict in Ukraine, where his fighters had been engaged, Prigozhin, pronounced Prigozhin, declared he was in charge of the Southern Military Command of Russia. He entered the courtyard of the headquarters, as seen on video. The actions of Prigozhin created the biggest threat to Putin's rule since his invasion of Ukraine at the beginning of last year. Putin pledged decisive actions. Thus, Russian security forces fought to retake the southern part of the nation. In videos yesterday, Prigozhin increased his criticism of the Russian military on social media. He said that a huge number of fighters had been slain when Russian soldiers raided Wagner encampments. His statements could not be corroborated, but he threatened to retaliate by sending forces into Russia. Videos revealed that troops thought to be Wagner forces encircled the military command in Rostov and that tanks were moving through the streets. Other important locations, such as the local Ministry of Internal Affairs, were also observed to have soldiers present. Videos shared online show helicopters and a wrecked truck on the side of the road as evidence of ongoing fighting close to the western Russian city of Voronezh. According to reports, Wagner warriors had arrived in the area. The movement of Prigozhin soldiers towards Moscow was announced. "We are moving forward," he declared. "We're going all the way." Russia had military armored vehicles on the streets of Rostov-on-Don and Moscow, and it was transporting military equipment in convoys along a major road that connected the two towns. A Wagner building in St. Petersburg seemed to have also been searched by Russian security personnel. Putin pledged to stabilize the situation in Rostov-on-Don. He also referred to Wagner's activities as a treacherous, violent uprising. Prigozhin denied the charges. The crucial figures. Prigozhin, although he has been critical of Russia's military leadership for months, his claims represented a dramatic shift. A billionaire named Prigozhin amassed wealth by securing lucrative government contracts and expanding the Wagner mercenary group thanks to his connections to Putin. The urgency of the issue was indicated by his brief public statement. According to Stephen Lee, Myers of the Times, he loves to exercise influence behind the scenes until the result is obvious. According to Putin, Prigozhin had achieved some success because Rostov, a city of 1 million people, had basically been blocked from operating normally. Those in command. The conflict between Prigozhin and the Russian generals began during the war for the city of Bakhmut in eastern Ukraine, which his soldiers commanded on the Russian side. Sergei Shoigu, the defense minister, and Valery Gerasimov, the top general in the nation, were both charged with treason by him. He claimed that while their men consistently failed in the fight, they withheld supplies and ammunition from Wagner on purpose. Ukraine, according to President Volodymyr Zelensky, Russia's weakness is obvious. But the violence continued to plague his nation. This morning, Russian soldiers launched over 20 missiles at Kiev, killing at least 3 civilians. What's next? According to the British military, the crisis is the most significant challenge to the Russian state in recent times, and that over the coming hours, the loyalty of Russia's security forces, and especially the Russian National Guard, will be key to how the crisis plays out. Thank you for being here, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Until then, stay curious, stay inspired, and keep exploring. Get ready to embark on this incredible adventure with me. So hit that subscribe button and join the daily trends. Make sure to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an exciting update. Remember, your opinions matter. I love hearing from you, so feel free to leave comments, suggestions, or any questions you might have. Let's create a space where we can learn and grow together.